Hi kids, we're back in London to draw some more buildings, but this time it's not an old building that was here for thousands of years, but one that's only been here for about 5 years. An amazing building called the Shard. It's a very interesting pointed tower like a long, tall pyramid. It's pretty easy to draw, this won't take us long, but it's like a big A. It's got a little click at the top there where the 2 points come out, and that little break near the top. And what we're doing now is we're drawing a piece of it and then adding another line because the tower comes around at different angles. It's quite a piece of modern architecture and very impressive. It's 300 meters high. It's 1,000 feet. And you know what? It's covered in glass. It has 11,000 glass panels in it. That's pretty impressive. And it stands on this interesting little foot, which looks different than the rest of the tower. Now, one of the things about the Shard is it was made of recycled materials. 95% of the construction materials in this were recycled, that is, taken from other buildings or vehicles or machines or whatever the sources were for the steel and the glass, and it was remelted, reformed, remade for this tower. Now we're painting the pen work on the side here, and you notice we're leaving spaces because that's the reflections. Those show little reflection spots. It's very mirror-like on the outside. Now the tower has 72 floors. At 72 levels it goes up. That's a long elevator ride. I'm using a little gray here to show the angles of the tower that go away from us that'll be more shaded looking. And you know what? In 2012, it was the tallest building in Europe. It's not one of the tallest buildings in the world, but most of those tall buildings are elsewhere and not in Europe. So this is the tallest building in Europe. Now I'm drawing lines with a kind of bluish gray, which is again on a side of the drawing that is slanting a little bit away from us. I'm going to put some extra shading in there to add to the effect of this building with all these different sides that come away from us at an angle. Okay, we've got the main part colored in there. And now, like I said, I'm going to do some shading up there, a little shading on the bottom. You can pause and catch up if you're still working on it. Now I've got a pointy blackish pen to put in some extra lines for contour to give it more depth and make the surface and the structure look more interesting. And here go the lines. And again, this gives you not only the surface texture of the building, but also the impression of it going around the corner. Careful to get them just in that little space. And I'm going to do it on the face with the reflections. An interesting thing about this building is that these angles don't totally touch and overlap each other. They're left open to allow the building to breathe so that it cools itself by air going in and around it. It's a very unique and a very innovative design. Okay, so we're just finishing up this textured shading. And we've finished the Shard, an amazing architectural building in London, England. Quite impressive and fun to draw here at Kids Art Fun. Come back and make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you again.